I'll call this meeting to order. It is Tuesday, July 15th, 2025, and it's 11:30, and we're here to discuss the Liaison weekly reports. And Commissioner Cowles brought this up, and I'll turn it over to her.
So I have a report, which I believe everybody has, and I'm just going to read it out loud for the public that may be watching. Since I've been in, I've noticed what little I know about what county departments under BOCC are currently working on. Having said that, I also get questions from the public on this subject as well. I cannot answer those questions 90% of the time because I do not have that information. Liaisons may or may not meet with whatever department they are assigned to weekly, and with that wouldn't have the current information. Also, we as commissioners may forget all the information discussed between a department, and that isn't reported to the rest of the BOCC. Sometimes we forget altogether to email a report on what was discussed, or we are not here to meet with those departments. I started brainstorming on how we can close the communication gap and have the full board be well informed. I tried to research when the liaison started in our county and have yet to find it in meeting minutes. We'll continue to dig into that, but in the meantime, I can say it is not a state mandate. My thoughts and suggestions for this are as follows. 1. Cut out liaisons to the departments under us, unless you are on a board representing your county, etc. We have most of the departments under us right here in the courthouse. 2. The BOCC will require all departments to provide a weekly synopsis to the commissioners by email the following Monday for the prior week. Number 3. Monthly department head meetings. They can give an overall to their weekly synopsis with a monthly synopsis. Example, planning and zoning maybe gave this number of permits weekly, and monthly they can report the total for the month instead of a breakdown. By doing this, not only will the BOCC have far more knowledge of what the departments have been working on, but we can effectively communicate with the public who inquire about what is happening within a specific department. I'm not requesting a 3-page weekly report, but just a synopsis, a basic rundown. Example, Public Works can say Osborne crew worked on this for the week of and go from there with each shop. I know solid waste is repetitive, but maybe one week was out of the norm, maybe more runs to Missoula than usual. Their report will be more repetitive, and other departments as well. But the communication line will be there, and we as BOCC will be well informed. Up for discussion and ideas.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we do need more information, and it would be nice to be able to have weekly reports so that we know what's going on in each of our departments. It is hard. It is hard to know what's going on, especially with the roads and because everything's changing there.
Right.
And the airport, I'm over the airport, and it's hard to actually find the time to say, hey, you guys, this is what's going on. I try to, but it is easier to have somebody like Randy come,
or just email a weekly.
See how much fuel we sold this week, or how many planes came in.
Yes, and that way we're in the know, and the public as well.
Okay.
For me it's just hard because you're a county commissioner, and it's a little disheartening to not be able to have those answers right offhand. And now there's some that naturally we won't have.
Yep.
But if it's something just surface level, we should have those basic answers available. I think that it would be far better to do it this way, in my opinion, than what we have been doing. Just because there are those gaps in communication.
All right. I would agree. I think when Commissioner Dose comes back in, we can bring this to all three of us. I think in the meantime, I think it would be a good idea to go out and ask these departments to start giving us weekly updates so that we know exactly where we're at, and then we know the statistics of things. Right. Like with planning and zoning, to know how many building permits, how many, and where they're at.
Yeah. Exactly.
That would be more of a hands-on management approach. that most companies do anyway.
Right. I mean, for instance, I was in private sector. We worked on government contracts, and we did daily reports, and then some of us, the supervisors, had to do weekly on top of that. And that was state and federal. And I will tell you, anybody who's worked for the state or the federal, they love reports, you know, and that's to keep them in the now. And all I'm asking is for weekly, you know, to keep us well informed as well as the public.
Okay.
And then their monthly meetings, when they come in, they can just kind of do a rundown. You know, they can give, like I said, like with planning and zoning, they can say for the month we gave out this many permits.
Okay.
You know, and they can go off of their weeklies. So
we have roads, solid waste, P&Z, the
bus.
Yeah, okay, the bus service. We also have
Airport,
grants, airport, okay.
And fire mitigation.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be another good one. Okay.
Maintenance.
Okay. Maybe in the meantime we can go through and see how we want the reports to look like from each one of them.
I mean, really, I just want a general. I mean, I want a general idea of what they. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a 3-page report, but you know, like Public Works, that's I guess the reason I picked that one because it's an easier one. You know, they can say Osborne shop worked on this week.
Okay.
You know, Smelterville shop worked on this, and just etc. You know, Dan, it could be fees, it could be, you know, any number of things in his department.
Okay. What do you think about bringing them each in during a public meeting and kind of discuss it with them and see have them give us some ideas of what they could also be reporting on and the ease of it.
Right.
Okay.
And that's fine, but we just need to be more well informed.
Yep. I agree.
And it gets difficult, you know, because maybe one of us misses, you know, we can't be here or we can't attend something specific, and so then that gets lost too. So this just keeps the whole board informed.
Okay. All right, I would agree. Well, do you have any public comment?
Yeah, I agree. This liaison stuff. I mean, one of you guys are directing the department, and it's ultimately a good chance it's going to come in front of all you guys. You're not going to have the same information the liaisons had. And you're going to be voting, and your liaison's not going to declare everything that he knows or she knows.
Right.
I mean, it's just, you forget.
Exactly.
So this liaison stuff, I just doesn't make sense to me because, like I said, you're really directing people to do stuff, and it's kind of more the board directs.
Yep.
Right.
So that's it. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, let's set this up when Dave gets back, and we'll discuss it and make some changes and see what we can do.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
Anything further? No. Meeting adjourned. Sydney?